Looking for Madden Ultimate Team coins? Buy NFL Coins has the cheapest and most reliable coins on the MUT22 market. Click the link in the description of the video and be sure to use coupon code SPORTS for 5% off your order. What's up? It's your boy Duke here, back from Sportsgamerz.com with another Madden 22 tip video for you guys today. I'm going to break down the best way to play man coverage in the game on defense. Now, last year man coverage was souped for a lot of the year. This year man coverage is still good, but I don't think it's quite as good as it was last year. It's definitely still something you're going to want to use on defense. Now, what I'm about to show you guys, you can implement this concept from many formations, so just about any playbook can work for you. But I'm going to show it to you from one of my particular favorites. Now, I will say man coverage can be made better when you use abilities, but I don't really want to focus on abilities. I just want to show you something that you can use no matter if you have abilities or not. So this works in any game mode and actually does work on any system. So whether you play on current or next gen, this is something that'll work very well. I will say, just in general, with man coverage, obviously you're going to want to pay attention to your DB speed and your man coverage rating. Now, press is also important if you're going to press, but what I'm going to show you guys, we're actually not going to press in this video. We're going to look to blanket the field without pressing. So, I'm going to look at the 2-4-5 double A gap. Now, this is actually a formation that you can if you want. You can put safeties in a linebacker. You don't have to, but that's one of the reasons why I like it, is because when you do this, obviously you'll get better coverage on the field. For me, though, with the Seahawks, I mean, Wagner is not worth taking out. But if I was playing Mutt and I just had a lot of fast safeties, we would definitely do that. Now, the whole key here is you got to use a play that they're going to have to respect the blitz from. So we're going to pick mid-blitz. Now, before we get too much further into the video, I do want to remind you guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop us a like on the video. Comment. All that stuff does help me out a lot as a content creator, be able to continue to do these videos for you guys. So, I just want to show you guys what I mean here. So, by picking a play like this that makes them respect the blitz, you're going to make sure that, if they don't block anybody, they're going to get sacked. So, by doing this, you pretty much can take the running back out of the picture, because if they don't block the running back, they're going to get sacked. And all I'm doing here is I press, I shade over the top, and I bring the guy on the running back, and I stand over the center. So, just by that little blitz setup, now they have to block the running back. So what that does is, because we know that they have to block the running back, and if they don't, they're going to get sacked, I want to show them this one or two times to let them know that. But now I know they have to keep the running back in. So what that's going to allow me to do is not worry about the running back and change my coverage up. So again, I'm going to press, and I'm going to shade over the top. Reason why I do this is, as long as I have fast DBs, now I don't have to worry about playing over the top coverage. So what I can do here is I can go ahead and put my two blitzing linebackers in curl flats. Now, what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to zone drop them different depths, depending upon what the offense is doing. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have eBooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. Now, if they're running crossing routes, corner routes, stuff like that deep down the field, probably putting them at anywhere from 25 to 30, maybe 20, depending upon the exact route. I can't do that in next-gen practice mode, but that's what I would do in a game. And what this is going to allow me to do is, this is going to allow me to roam the middle of the field with my user. So, like, let's say that they have a deep post route, a skinny post that could get over the top. I can guard that. Or, if I wanted to not even have to worry about that, what I could do is I could just simply put this guy in the middle third. That way he can take that away. I can pass commit, and now I'm responsible for the right side of the field with my user. So you can do it either way. You could have this guy in the curl flat zone drop, so he's playing the sideline, and you have to play the middle. Or you can put this guy in the middle third if you feel like they are going to run some sort of skinny post or post type route. And now you don't have to worry about it, and now you can just play the right sideline. So this is going to be very flexible. You can mix in the blitz and playing coverage, but when you do this, because the running back is not going to be really something you have to worry about, now it's pretty much like gaining an extra defender to play around with. So you're going to be able to just kind of free roam. And like right here, guys, you can see like that crosser I see is getting open. So I just go guard it. And what you're going to notice is that our four-man pass rush from this formation especially, but just in general this year, when you rush forward with a good D-line, you get some pretty solid pressure. I'd stay away from rushing three because it doesn't work as well. But here, you guys can see, I mean, there's nothing open. And again, I don't really have good DBs on the Seahawks other than Jamal Adams. Really, no one else is that good. And the Cardinals actually do have some good weapons. So this is really not that good of a matchup. But you could imagine if you were playing Mutt, you had all the best DBs. You maybe threw some man coverage abilities on them. Whew, this would be extremely effective. But this, like I said, this works in any game mode. This could work in regs, just because it's just solid strategy. And you don't need abilities. But if you do have them, it's definitely going to make it better. So I just want to show you guys how this can take. So you can see it took away the crossing route. I mean, we could try to force it in there just so you guys can see that that's not going to work. So again, we press, we shade over the top. We kind of just come down here, stand over the center to make them respect the blitz. Then, like I said, I zone drop my curl flats, and I put both of them, the linebackers that are blitzing, in curl flats, or one of them in the third, so I don't have to guard the middle. I pass commit, and then if I do put one in the middle, I guard that sideline, and if I don't, I guard the middle. It's really that simple. So you guys can see here, if they want to go ahead and try to force this in here, they're going to throw a pick, because you guys can see that is blanketed. That is not open at all. If you take a look at the instant replay here, you're going to notice. Well, first of all, again, look at that super quick pressure I'm getting. But you're seeing that there's no opening here at all. And the post over the top, that's covered too. Again, you can sub safeties in the game there to get more speed dropping back. Now, I do want to take a look at how this works on some other routes, some of the route combos. As you guys know, corner routes are really, really good. So, especially to the tight end, if you have a good tight end, that's something you definitely have to worry about. So again, here we're going to press, shade over the top, and you always control the safety on the running back. You can use auto flip on with this defense, and you're going to curl flat these two linebackers, right? So that way, if someone goes over the middle, you guard that. Or, like I said, you could go ahead and put one of them in the third, and then you guard the sideline yourself. Whichever way you want to do it is fine. But once again, you're going to see that, if you do that, you're going to have to go guard that guy yourself. Bam, take that away. Come back over the middle. There's nothing open. This is a really frustrating way to play defense because most of the time this year, the running back is probably the best read in the game against man or zone. I mean, if you just run simple running back out routes or in routes, they beat every coverage. So when you take the running back out of the passing game and you can basically take away all the man-beating routes that typically get open, they're going to have a hard time moving the ball. You're going to make them really, 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 really have to dink and dunk. So that's why I do like man coverage, especially with how broken zone coverage is. This is super good. Another thing that you have to worry about, though, is just simple like route combos over the middle with like slants and like shorter post routes, dig routes. That type of stuff is also effective. So, maybe if you were facing a formation like this, spread, and it has some slants, some posts, a little bit different type of man beaters. Again, we can adjust to that, though. It's not like we have to play the exact same defense every time. So if somebody was hitting us with something a little bit different, we could zone drop differently. So maybe if they're hitting you with slants instead of, deeper routes downfield, you could maybe zone drop your curl flats to 10 yards. You know what I mean? Because at 10 yards, they're going to get in the way a little bit better than if you put them at 20, 25, 30. So that's definitely something you could look at. Again, you don't have to always use the exact same zone drop, guys. You really don't. But here again, you're going to notice that me as the user, because I have two curl flats, I'm responsible for the middle. So if I do see someone coming open, I got to take it away, and I kind of just baited them between the two. And once again, you're seeing here that you're able to get pretty good pressure off this defense rushing forward to where they're not going to have all day long. And I mean, sure, if they do send out the running back, if you do have a curl flat that's not zone drop super far, he's going to be in good enough position to where you don't even have to worry about that yourself. But if you do know your zone drops are dropping back pretty far, you're probably going to want to take the running back away because if you don't, they might have a free 10, 15, 20 yards. So you're definitely going to want to watch out for that. So it's just something to know. If the running back does go out of the backfield, he is your job. But if you do have certain zones and certain areas of the field, if he's just going on a flat, it's not a big deal. But if maybe they streaked him down the middle or had him on like an angle route, Texas route, whatever you want to call it, that would be something you have to watch out for. So the whole thing is, though, if you do see them start to use the running back a lot more in the passing game, all you're gonna really want to do is just mix in that blitz one time, and they're definitely gonna stop. So maybe you see that they went ahead and just sent the running back out like they did last play. Okay, fine. You know what you do? Press coverage, you shade over the top. You don't zone drop your linebackers or zone them out. You just stand over the center. The running back goes out, you jump him, and they're going to get sacked before they can even make another read, just like that. That's why I really do like this defense, is the threat of the blitz is always so high that it pretty much eliminates the running back from the passing game. Now, you don't have to use mid-blitz. You could use any man-to-man blitz that you find effective that is going to make them block the running back. This is just a super simple one. It's more of a beginner-type blitz. I run a lot more complicated blitzes, and if you want those, make sure to check them out on sportsgamerz.com. But this is a very, very effective blitz that's very easy to use, and especially when you mix in the coverage that I'm showing you with this, it is a really nice little scheme. And don't get me wrong, just because we're playing a lot of man here, that does not mean you want to run man every single play. You still do want to mix in zone coverages. So like I could very easily just come out here and mix in my cover 3, right? Come down, play a little cover 3, mix it in, and just throw them off, because you never want to do the same adjustments every play. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're finding something that works, you definitely want to stick with it until they show they can beat it. But against a good player, you're going to have to mix up your looks between blitzing, coverage, and sometimes playing man and zone. Anyways, in my opinion, this is definitely the most effective way to play man coverage in the game, especially if you do throw some abilities on for man coverage. You'll find that this will definitely give a lot of players problems, because right now everybody is used to playing against more so zone defense than man. So anytime you haven't faced something a lot, that's when you're going to give someone problems. So I hope you enjoy this tip. Till next time, it's Duke. I'm out of here.